Yo, people, Showtastic representing Showtastic Sports. How we doing? I just watched the Senegal Netherlands match. It finished 2-0 to the Dutch. In the end, it was more of a workmanlike in the end. The game was lacking a bit of quality. It was good in between boxes. So if you did a pitch and you did between outside Senegal's box, outside Holland's box, it was actually good football. But the little final third, little bit of tweaking, just that little bit of quality was lacking. And I think both teams are lacking a striker in there. No team, I know Mane's a massive, he just got injured just before the World Cup for Senegal. And he would have been a difference maker for them. And Holland don't really have a striker. So, of top notch, no. So, you can see the game was one played in midfield and out wide, but it wasn't much. I think Sarr for Senegal was a threat constantly. But again, when it came inside the box where it really matters, there wasn't enough quality going on. But in the end, the two moments of quality, the Dutch found him in Frankie de Jong, who was influential in the game for them, to be fair. He had a chance in the first half, actually, to tell a lie, when the ball got played to him and he should have just took it with his left, but he cut back, but the ball didn't get quite set for him to shoot in his right. And then he overtouched it again, and then Senegal, the defender came and cleared it for him. So that was the only real chance of the game prior to everything else going on. But yeah, he whipped in a nice little ball into the box, and Cody Gakpo, obviously highly touted, big moves, big teams looking at him, monitoring him. Got a little flicking header past Mendy, who looked a bit shaky today. I think he's been looking a bit shaky in general over the last 6 months or so. Even for Chelsea, he hasn't really been at the level when he was winning the Champions League with Chelsea, where he looked unstoppable. He looks a bit so-so. And the reason I say that, because the second goal was poor as well, you can see, you know what I mean? But the first, yeah, for me, if you're going to come as a keeper, you got to take everything. And Gakpo got a nick off just before he got there, and he scored. Timed his one perfectly, 1-0. And the second goal, again, it was just a breakaway counter-attack. A little flick on from Klassen towards Depay. Depay, for me, he took a left foot shot. Didn't like he had the best power in it, but he's just stretching away. And then Mendy could have pushed it out for a corner. He pushed it back into the danger area, and Klassen come back on the, obviously he's following the play, and he just scores with his left foot in the corner. Game 2-0. You could say it wasn't really a 2-0 game, but you take your chances in football, and that's what happened. And in the end, it looked like a comfortable win for the Dutch, and it's a good win for them. That sets them up well for their next for the tournament now. So for Senegal, they'll feel disappointed. They probably feel aggrieved, but they didn't really. Like I said, both teams lacked quality in the final third, but when it really mattered, the Dutch just found the moments to get the game done, to win the game. So yeah, I think Senegal will be disappointed that they didn't really push them getting behind. But the Dutch have got a good defense with the likes of Van Dijk, Ake, De Ligt. They've got some good players. Even Timber that was on the bench. So they've got some good solid centre backs or centre half. So yeah, it would have never been easy to get through it. I feel they missed Mane a lot. Mane would have been the guy to just penetrate. So yeah, unfortunate for them. But yeah, the Dutch move on. Hopefully, we'll see how they go. I've always looked at them and said they could be a team to keep an eye on, because no one really ain't talking about them. Everyone's talking about the big guns, and no one ain't really talking about the Dutch team. So they might be just a team to keep a close eye on. Today wasn't giving any of the other big teams anything to fear, but teams can grow into tournaments. How many times have you seen in the past with the Germans? Never really start the tournament well, but then as it gets to the most important stage, the knockout rounds, they start playing. So you don't want to peak too early. You don't want to start too well. Sometimes, look, if you have opportunity to score goals like England did and slap a team up 6-0 or 6-2, whatever, take it. But you don't want to peak in the first game. You want to peak come the final. So you want to just slowly roll your way into a tournament. So the Dutch will look at that and think, that was more of a workmanlike performance. It wasn't nothing special. We just got what we had to do. We came in for 3 points. Now we can move on, and get confidence is there, and we move on to the next game. So I think that's how they'll look at it. And for Senegal, well, they're going to have to regroup, and they can still get through. They've got Qatar, and they're going to have Ecuador. That game for me will be the one. The Ecuador game will be the decider who, for me, will probably finish second in that group behind the Holland now. I think whoever wins at them two games, because I think they both will beat Qatar. So it could just be a thing of who wins out of that game will determine who get through that group with the Dutch. So it'll be interesting. And also that could play in, if you look at it, that could actually play into who England plays in the round of 16. If England get through top like we expect them to do, especially after today's performance, whoever finishes second in Group A would then meet England in the next round. So England potentially could be looking at Senegal or Ecuador. I know none of those games would be easy, but I think England, based on those performances, we look at Senegal, because Senegal don't really have enough bite up front. Whereas Ecuador, they're a bit more. They have a bit more, and they're probably a bit harder to break down as well. So be interesting. But then it's too early to talk. It's only one game. things change in football very quickly, so we'll see. But yeah, good result for the Dutch. Yeah, and what are your thoughts on the game, people? Leave it down in the comment section below what you thought of the game. Like I said, it was lacking the quality in the final third, but in between that, it was a pretty decent game. But it was lacking a bit of quality in the main areas until the end when De Jong found the pass and then the runaway counter attack. So yeah, what do you think on the game? I think the Dutch Louis van Gaal will be happy, and yeah, man. Leave your comments in the section below, people, what you think of the game. Please like, share, and subscribe, all that beautiful stuff. And you know your boy Sheltastic will be back later on with another video. Peace.